think I'm a little bit crazy studying ants. I was recommended by a good friend of mine, King Solomon. King Solomon is the richest man, arguably, that has ever lived. Recorded to be the wisest man that has ever lived. If he tells us to go and observe some ants, my suggestion is we should go and observe the ants. He says in Proverbs, observe the ant, you sluggard. A little bit offended by that part, but hey ho. And he talks about ants. So I've done a little study on ants. I don't know if, has anybody here done a study on ants before? Derek, wow. Applause for Derek! Did you really? You just make
I had to do it.
You had to do it. Okay, we won't go on to that now. I've got some of this partly from a guy called Jim Rohn. Who knows Jim Rohn? Yeah, fantastic. He's done a studio on ants called the Ant Philosophy. I'd recommend you check it out. This is kind of my version. So here we go. Observe her ways and be wise. Are you guys ready for this? Okay. Point 1. Ants never quit. Ants never quit. If an ant comes across, this isn't a particularly great example, but if an ant comes across a wall or a rock, it will go round it to the left, and if it can't, it will then go to the right, and if it can't do that, the ant will climb over the rock. If the ant can't climb over the rock, it will dig under the rock, and if it can't do that, that's when the ant will go through the rock. An ant will not quit.
I love it.
Yeah. So guys, first lesson, King Solomon, he tells us to observe the ants for a reason. Never quit. Whether it be in your business, whatever it might be, we can tweak things but not quit. Now King Solomon also tells us that there's a time for everything. So does that mean that there's a time to quit? Maybe that's our excuse when we're feeling a little bit lazy. There's a time for everything and a season for every activity under heaven, under the earth. So, I want to ask you a question. I mean, you guys can give feedback. Is there a time to quit? Only quit something good to do something great. Never quit out of weakness. Never quit out of being a coward or, oh, this is too hard, this is too big for me. Never quit. But there is a time sometimes to think, you know what? I haven't really got time to do this anymore because I'm moving on to something better, I'm moving on to something greater. Kilimanjaro. Lots of people said, no, don't bother climbing Kilimanjaro. I just had a car accident, my legs were bad. And I was like, no, this is my mountain. I've decided I'm going to climb Kilimanjaro. I'm climbing to the top of Kilimanjaro. And this was me about halfway up. Guys, I was wrecked. My guide, right? My guide, who was supposed to be helping me, died.
Died?
He died on the trip.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. People got sent down. It was terrible weather conditions. And I was thinking, I'm getting to the top of this mountain, you know? And I think his name's Darren Hardy. Darren Hardy says, this is my mountain, and I am getting to the top. You're going to see me dead at the side or waving from the top because this is my mountain and I'm not turning back.
Yeah.
And there's a time for that sort of philosophy. There's a time for that sort of never quitting, never giving up mentality. So, never quit your vision. Never quit where you're going. Don't let anybody pull you back. I speak to some people and they have goals, and their problem isn't that their goals are too big, it's that their goals are too small and they hit them. What's your mountain? We want to stand with you at Training Kings. We're not going to be the person that says, no, here's another mountain. How about this? No. We will support you and give you the training that you need, the platforms that you need, and the people that you need to succeed. Next, ants work together. Who's seen an ant on its own? It happens. Occasionally, it happens. And they're very insignificant on their own. Very insignificant. Just like me and just like you. Your business would be completely nothing if you didn't work with people. Training Kings would be complete. Imagine me on my own right here. That would be really weird. But we're working together right now. Like the ants, we're working together. An ant on its own is very insignificant. But an ant working together, they can move rocks. So, ants need one another. And so do we. I need you, You need me, and we need one another. This is Mr. Unsuccessful. Mr. Unsuccessful says, I didn't get any business on my first visit. Well, I would say, firstly, it takes time before you reap. And secondly, with that attitude, you'll never get any business. We work as a team and we come and we pass business to one another. We give and then we reap. That's all over the Bible, all over Proverbs. That's what the ants do. They work as a team. And that's what every successful business does in the world and every successful network. So guys, when you come to Training Kings, come and give. In that 10 minutes, pass business around as much as you can. Don't worry about what you're getting back. And hey, it will come. It's a principle. It's just the way. I didn't make up the rules. That's just the way it is. We've got ants never quit. Ants work together. It kind of comes with the reaping what you sow. I'll tell you, ants think smart. They think ahead. The ants are people not strong, yet they prepare their food in the summer, is what King Solomon says after him observing the ants. The ants, all through the winter, they're thinking summer. When everybody else in the winter is moaning that it's cold and they're thinking summer's on the way. When your circumstances aren't great, and when we're in a season that might be dry, or things aren't great, and people are moaning around you, think ahead, be like the ant, think smart, be positive. Summer's on the way. And in the summer, they think winter. Not to say they think negatively, but when everybody else is chilling, and they're just spending their money, the ants in the summer, that's when they're preparing for the winter. And they're putting aside money and resources and seed. So when things are good for you, if you're in a position right now where you're doing quite well financially, fantastic, save 10% for investments, minimum, and 10% for savings, minimum. We'll talk more about that on the Financial Freedom course. So, think winter or summer. Think summer or winter. Think smart, think ahead. But the key is to work hard and smart. And if you do that in a team with people around you, nothing is impossible for your business or for your personal journey. Nothing is impossible. Key is to work hard, to work smart, and to have a team and to work in a network. So in conclusion, we don't quit. You have a mountain and you climb to the top. We will support you to do that. We work together, we network together, we pass referrals to one another. We reap what we sow and we're here to give. And also we work smart. Learn the skills to market effectively. Learn the philosophies. Learn how to work smart. And then work hard as well in a team. And wow, I look forward to seeing your results.